Hello and welcome to the Life is Storytelling podcast. I'm your host, Chris Pierce, joined by my co host, Ernest Gonzalez. And for a special treat, my roommate, our best friend, Justin Guerra. Justin, how are you doing today, bud?
Hello. I'm doing
Hello.
all right.
That's
I'm
the voice of
alive.
it. Yeah, we greatly appreciate you being alive
Hmm.
um, and
Big time.
providing a house for me to live in, and eventually Ernest. But yeah.
Hmm.
Ernest, how are you doing?
I'll be the last piece to the puzzle, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
If you know, you know.
I
Again,
was gonna say, do they
I'm
understand the
amazing.
lore?
No, but there's a room filled with puzzles. It was the wallpaper is puzzles. It was done by a serial killer, and
Or a future
I
serial
have to
killer.
undo it.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of those.
yeah,
Yeah, got to take those puzzles off. But yeah, we're gonna get into it today. I have some feelings, some
yeah,
thoughts.
yeah.
About the puzzles?
No, about the games today.
Oh,
Oh, but I'm
okay.
sure he does about the puzzles too. But yeah, for sure
But
about the
also
games
about the
today.
puzzles.
I was
Yes,
like,
I
it
do
ain't
have
that deep,
feelings and
Ernest.
thoughts on those too.
We
Yeah.
need to go through and talk about each puzzle. But for today, as you know, coming up here on Thursday is the Game Awards. Every year we get together, go over the nominees that have been announced. We go over what we think is going to win, what we want to win, if there's a difference between the two. And of course, if there's any snubs that we think, hey, this should be there. But in order to do that, you have to take something off to make it a little more fun there. But let's get into it. Because starting off, because we have quite a few to go over. We're not going over every single one, but we're going over the majority here. Starting with most anticipated game, we have 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and The Witcher 4. Justin, I'm throwing it to you. What do you think of this one?
Hello. I think the obvious choice for a majority of people is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah.
And I don't really blame them when you get to waiting for a game for this long. It's kind of um almost undamageable in terms of like what your mindset is going into it.
Yeah.
So I think that there's very few things that could be done to fumble this ball for them. Marvel's Wolverine, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of over the whole
Oh.
Insomniac fighter style superhero games.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty burnt out on it, and I'm pretty tired of it.
Yeah.
My choice would be Resident Evil Requiem, but that's only because that's like what I feel is the most flavorful of all these choices here.
That's fair.
First Light seems cool. I will try it. I'm not a James Bond fan, but it looks cool enough for me to try it.
Yeah.
And The Witcher is not going to come out in the next 3 years.
Probably true. Probably very true. We'll be lucky if Grand Theft Auto does. But yeah, no, very fair, very fair. I'm probably right there with you for Resident Evil. But Ernest, what about you, man?
I'm just sitting here thinking about what life after
Grand Theft Auto.
yeah, Grand Theft
When it's
Auto looks
actually
like,
out,
man. Like the meme goes away, maybe the world starts to heal, maybe
it's just
that's
gonna
what
change
we've
the
been
Grand Theft
needing.
Auto 7. It's just
Yeah,
gonna change the Grand Theft Auto 7
I've
or
been
Red
waiting
Dead
2
3.
days for Grand Theft Auto 7,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
What the hell? But no, yeah, it's probably going to be Grand Theft Auto 7.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very close.
damn it. See what you did? Grand Theft Auto 6,
Oh, I'm
man.
sorry.
That's the
I
one
didn't
that's
catch
coming
it.
out. That's all your fault.
That's
Uh,
right. I brought it into the world. I brought it into the world.
but I want to see what Wolverine looks like, but I feel like it's not going to move as well as Spider-Man. I feel like they're really going to have to do something different with like combat or something like that with traversal that I'm going to enjoy in order for
Reverse
me
will
to
be
like really
interesting.
be into this game.
Yeah.
Because one of the big things from the Spider-Man games in the first place is you get to swing around the city
Right.
and like it feels nice, And I don't know if I'm just gonna like claw or like run on all fours to get to mission to
Yeah.
mission. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be weird. 007, I'm very excited to see what that's going to be
Yeah.
like. Because just from what we've seen so far, like it looks awesome.
Getting
Um,
a lot of push from both Xbox and PlayStation for it.
but and Resident Evil Requiem, I feel like I should still play
A
a
Resident
couple of
Evil. Yeah, you probably should.
yeah, a couple of Resident Evils before I get into it. But I see why people are hyped for this,
Yeah, man.
and Witcher, man, but like Witcher is set up coming off the last one, which it's also been forever, right? But
Very long
like
time.
they weren't saying that they were necessarily working on it the whole time either.
Yeah.
So it's different, but it's something that I'm looking forward to. I want to see what that's like because it has the potential to be a great game, just like based off the name alone. So
Yeah.
to see what they do with their, because that's another one that needs work on the combat as far as
Oh, 100%.
that franchise goes. So
Yeah.
we'll see how a lot of this works, man. But Grand Theft Auto really just has like the most promise and everything.
It's gonna
Too. Like
take
the
it.
amount of money that they sunk into
Yeah.
this thing, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a
It's crazy.
cultural
So
thing.
yeah, I think it's more than just like people that don't play games know that Grand Theft Auto 6 hasn't come out yet. You know,
Right.
like yeah, like you said, a cultural thing.
It's a cultural
So
thing.
yeah.
But yeah.
So is that what you got too?
Yeah, I think that's pretty
Yeah.
fair and straightforward. I do want to say because I agree with Justin. I wouldn't say I'm all at the point of being burnt out, but I definitely when I got my plat for Spider-Man 2, um, I was like, dude, I don't need another Spider-Man for a long, long time. So the fact that theoretically, and I say theoretically, they have to do something different with Wolverine makes me have a little bit more hope for it to not burn me.
Mm.
But at the same time, it could end up just being very similar, and I don't want that. I don't, but I do. At the same time, the ones that I'm kind of tired of, they're not bad games by any means. If anything, just make them shorter instead of filling them with bloat, which was like my biggest complaint of both Spider-Man 1 and 2. But yeah, definitely. Out of this, I'm looking forward to Requiem the most. If there's anything on this list that I'm not that's not on here that I'm most looking forward to, this is gonna be my first year where I get day one with a brand new Fire Emblem game, and that's gonna be really exciting. And I need that in my veins. Um,
Question is, are
mhm.
you gonna play like a man?
No, I'm gonna play like a Chris,
Uh,
and I'm not gonna.
It's a whole different thing,
Men
man.
die. Chris perseveres. Moving forward.
Chris perseveres.
Hey, I didn't think
Oh,
about it. I'm proud
oh,
of you. I might have
oh.
poisoned your brain. Talking about
You've ruined
poisoning
me,
your
man.
brain. Next award is Best Adaptation. Going off of the list of nominees here: Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, the animated series, Splinter Cell: Death Watch, Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn. So we'll get into more thoughts on that. But Justin, what do you think of this one?
I personally don't like or have an attachment to any of these
Yeah,
nominees,
yeah,
which is kind of sad to say for season two of The Last of Us.
right.
It really just did not hit near as well as season one did. Um, but going from a mindset of people who are paying for all these things, I think it's going to either be between The Last of Us and the Minecraft movie.
That's what I think.
Um,
Yeah,
but I could not care less who wins this category. I don't
that's
think
fair.
there was any solid adaptations this year, at least that I'm able to think of right now.
Sonic.
Sonic's ruined
Sonic
for me.
wasn't. It
Oh
wasn't up there.
no! Oh, did you not hear what he said?
Sonic's ruined for me.
He
Is that
said
what he
he
said?
said that he did, sure did. But I mean, it's not here, so it doesn't matter.
But it wasn't up last year. It came out
It came out
December of
at
last
the end
year.
of December. Yeah, mid or late
Okay,
December, because it came out after the Game
right,
Awards,
right.
which is why it wasn't out. Same thing with Indiana
Oh
Jones.
no, that's crazy. It's just crazy because Until Dawn is up here mostly.
Right.
You
And
know,
I
That's
did watch
100%
like
Until
yellow.
Dawn, and it is not good.
I was gonna say he's the only one who has. I have heard
It
nothing
is
but terrible
not
things.
good.
yeah, I could tell before watching it that it was not good.
Game's good.
So I just didn't do it.
But yeah,
But
Ernest, take it away. What do you got for this one?
yeah, no, I the longer it goes on, the more I feel that The Last of Us season 2 wasn't as strong as it was when I said, like, with the recency bias when I had just come off it. Like I think back on it and it there's just certain things and characters and stuff like a lot of what you said rubbed off on me for sure
It's
about
not bad performances. It's just she's the
like
same Ellie from
characters.
season one.
Yeah, characters demeanor is not changing and
Yeah,
that being impactful to the story
right.
is yeah, it's huge. It's a huge thing
Yeah.
to leave out. um so yeah, that threw it off a little bit for me. You said Splinter Cell Death Watch is awesome,
I was
right?
very surprised. Yeah, when I got
Yeah,
onto that, I was like, "Oh, I need it." Yeah,
but and I didn't watch a Minecraft movie. I'm just not going to. But
I did
the
it so wrong. Yeah,
how was that?
not great. There's not a review of
Getting a
that on our
sequel?
channel.
Let's get another.
There's not a review. Man, if there's not a review, y'all, then it's bad. It's bad. He didn't.
Abysmal.
No. There's a lot of people that like that movie. I guess.
Right.
I'm just don't think I'll be one of them, so I'm gonna sit.
I mean,
down.
it's similar
But-
to because like the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie is doing really good box office wise. People are showing up watching it, but then you look at the review scores and it's like, oh,
And I think at this point, it's one of those movies that you go see to see like how bad it is.
Or
You
you're
know?
an actual fan.
that is also true.
There's some of those, yeah.
Well, just to
And
say,
then,
because these are both
I'm
franchises that
just
like
kidding.
we're not you and me are not big Minecraft or Five Nights guys.
Right, true.
If you're a
And
fan
Justin
of the thing,
loves
you can find the
Minecraft.
good thing.
Justin, when you first heard there was a Minecraft movie, were you excited? Because I know you like Minecraft.
I
So-
do love going back to Minecraft every once in a while. But no, I did not care about the Minecraft movie. I mean, I thought it was cool to see
Because-
like the artist's interpretation of how this like plays out in a movie format.
Yeah.
But then you see everything once, you're like, all right, I don't need to do this ever again.
Got you.
That's fair.
But I did enjoy Devil May Cry a lot. Like I got to an end of the episode, I was like, I want to see what happens
It was
next.
fun,
And
man. It was
maybe
fun.
some of that has to do with like I wasn't familiar with the Devil May Cry story going into it. So this was really like my first taste of Dante. So I had nothing to base anything off of. Like I love Lady now. Like whatever I get to Lady in the series, because I played a Devil May Cry game since then. So I feel like a good adaptation majority of the time
You played
is
the
going
first
to
one.
make
That's
you want to
crazy.
go play that game. And I went and played the first Devil May Cry right after watching this. So I feel like it did its job. It did its job. Oh, dude, it's amazing. So yeah, Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is gonna be my choice here
Okay.
for sure.
And
I think it stands a chance.
I would love to.
And
I
also-
don't know.
I want to see that dude accept.
Oh,
an
for
award,
sure.
Honestly.
It'd be great. And also
Yeah.
worth mentioning here, Evanescence is performing the song Afterlife from the Devil May Cry soundtrack at the Game Awards, and I'm so stoked for that because Amy Lee's wonderful, and it's a good song. It's a good song. For
The
me,
one from Diablo 4.
yes, that Amy Lee, yes, the one and only. I
When
keep forgetting.
when we played Diablo 4, his character was just Amy Lee.
Amy
Like,
Lee, I was a necromancer. It
in
just worked for
name and look.
me.
Yeah.
As close to look as I could get. There's not the most you can.
It
do with
was
that
good.
character.
I thought it was good.
But I will say, I think it's also going to come between Last of Us 2 and the Minecraft movie. But for me, my number one on here is Splinter Cell, because I no attachment to the franchise, never played any of these games. I started this, I couldn't stop it, and when I finished it, this is the most like I've been like, man, I really wish there was a remake or something for me to touch. There's like some 360 ones you can download on like a Game Pass, and I considered it, but you can watch the trailer for something before you download it, and I was immediately like, no. No hate, but it's just old as hell. But Splinter Cell is just awesome. It's just really, really good. But I also love Devil. I love the Devil May Cry adaptation, and both of them animation. I think they're really awesome. I do wish instead of Until Dawn, we would either get a Sonic or a Castlevania. But
Yeah.
this is what we got, and it is what it is.
Oh yeah. I forgot Castlevania wasn't up there.
Came out in
Because
January.
I heard nothing but great things about that. So
But yeah, moving on. So best multiplayer. This is a big one for us. So what do we primarily do? We play multiplayer games. So for best multiplayer game, we got Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Rain, struggling through that right now, Peak, Split Fiction. And we've actually, granted, I have not touched Split Fiction, the two of you did, but as a group, other than Peak, we've touched everything here. But Justin, what do you got on this category? Who do you think's going to take it?
I think it's going to be between Arc Raiders and Peak,
Okay.
just in the sense of what each game offers in the sense of new possibilities and interactions amongst the people playing them.
Okay.
Night Rain is just more Elden Ring.
Mhm.
Battlefield is just more Battlefield. But these two games actually twist the genre enough or invent their own kind of style enough to where the possibility of having new interactions, new fun things happen, new things to talk about and joke about with your friends hit the board. So I think that it's going to be one of these two. I really do want Peak to come to console so that we can
Same.
kind of experience that.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
But-
Yeah.
but for the sake of what we've played, I'd say Arc Raiders, but I do think Peak has a very real chance of beating it out.
That's fair. That's very fair. Ernst, what about you?
So Justin hates me apparently because I had a fantastic time playing Split Fiction with him. And I think it does a very good job of bringing something new. Like I know that the way in which you work together are very reminiscent of a lot of their earlier games, but the innovation is definitely there. There
One of us
is
did do a lot more yelling than the other one, so
It was me.
do it that
Justin
way.
was
There's
just
no way it
pissing me
was you.
off, boy. It was just making me so mad. Uh, no, yeah, it was me. It was me. But no, I think it was a fantastic game. The way that co-op is implemented here, like it is truly something. Like I don't know if Peak has a single player mode. Um, Arc Raiders has you can go out there just by yourself, you know. Split Fiction is really it's just you and somebody else, like it has to be.
Yeah.
And it really takes co-op to that next level, and then for it to be like couch co-op stuff too, like I really feel like that. I guess that's a genre of game, like that kind of game where you can sit on a couch, play on one TV with somebody is like it. There's not enough nowadays,
Yeah.
you know, especially ones with a narrative. Like I know that there's really good ones out there, and there's probably some bad ones out there too. But like I think we need more.
But
Sure.
keeping it alive, you know. But
Yeah.
so is Split Fiction your pick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I will kind of second what Justin was saying. I do. So my pick is Arc Raiders. I do think Arc Raiders has the best shot, but you're not wrong about Peak. The fact that it is only available on PC, I do wonder how much that will limit things. But also like the fact that it's only limited to PC didn't impact its numbers at all. Like it did really well. Granted, it's like $4.99. But yeah, they both Arc Raiders and Peak are great examples of just how much chaos you can let players have if you give them the freedom to just run around in your world. And yeah, Elden Ring Night Rain, though I am loving it and I'm loving the DLC. I loved it so much I got it twice. um, it is reused assets. We'll probably have a different conversation whenever we do get Dust Bloods regard if we're from Soft next year. In regards to the Nintendo Switch 2, if it does stick that release date. But I do think Split Fiction is very special, regardless of obviously I haven't played it, but for what it is, it's the only one on here that's not an online only multiplayer game. Um, and yeah, I do think that's really cool that it's at least here. I would not be upset if it won because I do think again by its uniqueness there, that's very cool. But yeah, I'm rooting for Arc Raiders, and that is my bet there. Next up here, and this is one we always like go back and forth on, like what the definition of this
What
actually
is it, dude?
But
Yeah.
both are valid, and honestly, it's just the Nintendo category. So, best family game. The nominations are Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, big year for Lego, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and here we go again, Split Fiction. What do you got, Justin?
Sonic Crossroad Racing, baby.
There you go.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, I don't think is enough of a family game that you could really say it's a family game.
Mm.
Everything else kind of makes sense in the sense of who you can play with and how many people you can play with and the fun you can have playing it together. Donkey Kong Bonanza just doesn't really offer that. And between the two, Sonic is the superior racing game. Coming from somebody who loves Mario Kart,
True.
World is not it. And Sonic Crossroads Racing is just fan service on fan service on fan service. It does mechanically handle not as well as Mario Kart, I will say, the more I play hands-on with it, but the fun is still there. And you're going at Sonic speeds, baby. What's better than that? Ripping and rolling
Better
through
than that,
tracks,
man.
crossing worlds. Hatsune Miku's in there. It's great.
I love how that was its own bullet point right
Right,
there.
like the first DLC
Yeah.
character,
How
not
could it not?
Joker, but yeah. But I mean, also the music and everything there. But yeah, no, for sure. Ernest, what do you got on this one?
So I think I go with Split Fiction just
You
because
played it.
I feel because I played it and because I feel it would be what I would think is the best game on this list, but I haven't played Donkey Kong. I haven't played the Lego games. I haven't played Mario Kart World. That's
Right.
crazy. Or Sonic Racing. So yeah, like I feel like by default I go with Split Fiction,
That's fair.
but I don't see how that's a family game.
You play
So
with
I don't
another
know.
member of your family. I don't know.
No, yeah.
But I will say,
So
in regards to what I think is going to come out of this, I don't think there's a chance that Donkey Kong Bonanza wins Game of the Year, and I think this is where they give it to it. I'm not saying it's my pick.
mm,
I'm not saying it's my pick. I was not the biggest fan of Bonanza. It was fun, but whatever. I think it's going to take it here because it does have a lot of love throughout the industry. But also because I have played a lot of Mario Kart World and a decent little bit. I did not get to where Justin is. He's already surpassed me on Sonic Across Worlds Racing. They're both fun. I do think they're a lot of fun. And what Justin said there in regards to family and whatnot, I do think it's going to be interesting because if you think of really like the family hopping on something, if you get the whole family on something, they're going to go with the name brand. And unfortunately, Sonic is not name brand. He's off brand Mario. So I do think Mario Kart has the best
yeah,
chance here.
Lego is
For
name brand,
now.
baby.
For now.
For now, I mean, it could change, but I mean, his movie didn't even get up here. But moving on.
Says Jeff's a coward.
Hey, you heard it here, Jeff. But next up here is best
Isn't Lego
RPG.
Voyagers supposed to be really good? Weren't we was supposed to play that?
Yeah. Well, so I said
Yeah.
I would get it, and I just didn't get around to it. I still might, but yeah, it was
Okay.
supposed to be good. But also,
Because it's
like,
on the subscription. Is that
no,
what it is?
no, I'd have to buy it. That's why I
Oh,
didn't immediately. If it was on a subscription,
I'd
I
have
would
to
buy
buy it too then.
No,
Oh, okay.
it has Friend Pass.
Oh, I see. Okay.
A lot of
That's
derailing.
family. That's family.
Family.
Right. But
Fam-
next up here, best RPG. We have Avowed from beginning of the year, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2. Obviously, there's a chance at some sweeping going on this year. And this is the first of us talking about this game. But before we get into any of that, Justin, who do you think is going to take it?
This is where they basically hand out participation ribbons to everybody but Claire Obscure. I don't think anything on this list has an actual chance besides Claire.
Yeah.
Not to say they're not good games, not to
Right.
say they're bad RPGs. Claire is just, it was a phenomena. It is the last really just fresh idea of an RPG to come out. And well, maybe that's not accurate. It's the most fleshed out version of what it is
Right.
that's come out in recent years.
Mhm.
And it was so well polished, so well made, and it's hard to find a bad thing to say about Claire.
Mhm.
It's I don't think anything has even a nail in the coffin for this one.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're right there with them, Ernest.
Actually, Avowed. No, I'm just kidding.
Out of any answer you could have given here, Avowed is the least.
Yeah.
No hate, no
No,
hate.
dude.
But yeah,
No, Avowed was cool. Like I
was
love
alright.
I just want to say we did a really good job this year, Chris, because I think we both played both. We at least touched all of these.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
even
you
started.
didn't play Outer Worlds too.
I started Outer Worlds too.
You did? Okay, so perfect. We played all of these games.
I
Look at
just
us,
didn't
man.
continue
Look at
with
us.
it.
And I enjoyed all of them. Like I love that
Right.
all of these got nominated because
Yeah.
I had a good time with each one of these games. But it's like Justin said, like, yeah, Expedition 33 is special, man. Like, this is a game that I'll tell my grandkids about or something, you know?
Mm.
I'll be like Final Fantasy and Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Like, play those for me. Or you can't go outside to play. I'm gonna do like reverse psychology.
Grandpa's being
So no, man, Expedition 33, it's gonna win a lot here.
Oh, for sure.
We're gonna be talking about this for a minute. So I'll
For
save
sure.
I'll save some good stuff to say for later.
Okay. I will say because I agree. I do think anywhere that you see Claire Obscure on the list, it's probably the best, like the most likely to win. In regards to, because I don't know, and this is in regards to an RPG specifically. For this one, what I think of as like an RPG and what I look for in an RPG, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 hits closer to home to what I look for in an RPG. When I'm outright looking up, like, hey, I want to play a role playing game, that's more like what it is to me. Not saying Clair Obscur obviously doesn't deserve to be there. Just talking about like a personal take on it. Obviously, there's a if you just look at RPG definition, there's a lot of different ways to take it. But yeah, I'm
But
only
you're
about
saying like you develop the character the
yeah,
way that you see fit, and like
yeah.
making decisions the way like your stats and stuff like that.
Right. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the best way I could describe it is like something more along the lines of like what Skyrim does for you. Even like look over here, Outer Worlds 2, Fallout. Um, and even like granted, if you go into the Final Fantasy territory, that does veer closer to the Clair Obscur. But for the most part, like what you're saying there, where you develop your character, Cyberpunk 2077, I would consider closer to what we get with Kingdom Come than what we do with Clair Obscur in terms of what I look for in an RPG specifically. Again, just RPG, and that's why I just wanted to shout it out there because I'm very early in. I'm like 6 hours in. Um, it just takes so long to just get you some nice shoes, but and I feel like that's what I'm looking for in an RPG, man. That's what I'm looking
yeah,
for.
dude. I sunk like what 60 hours into that thing,
Yeah, I
something like
bet.
that.
I
So
freaking bet. Yeah, yeah. Because it's
yeah,
impossible not to get distracted in that game. But yeah, like, and I'll probably repeat it
but
later.
the
But yeah,
distractions are great though. Oh
Absolutely,
man, they're so
absolutely.
good.
And I do
Yeah,
think if Kingdom Come is to win an award, I think this is its best shot right here. How great a shot is that? Again, we'll see. But
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a fan of spreading the love. And regardless, I do think Kingdom Come is a hey man, spread it all over the place, spread eagle. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, Kingdom Come just deserves a shout out there, and you really liked Outer Worlds too. But we'll see how it goes with uh,
Yeah,
Player
yeah.
Obscure. Coming up next is Best
Ready?
Action Adventure Game. You're so stupid,
Sorry.
man. No, you're good, man. You're good.
You, dude,
You were
you.
pretty committed to it.
But Best
Oh,
Action Adventure Game, we do have Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Indiana Jones in this Great Circle, and then again, Split Fiction. What do you got here, Justin?
I am going to give this to a game that I actually didn't touch.
Oh,
Mostly out of just time constraint and I mean that's really a time constraint and knowing
yeah,
the time
dude.
commitment
Time
that
is
would
tough.
go into it. I think it's going to be Hollow Knight. I want to take a quick moment to say fuck Ghost of Yote. I was so tired of that fucking game by the time I finished it. Fuck Ghost of Yote, man. It's nothing but more of the fucking same and delivered in maybe the worst possible way it could have been in my mind. Um, it's Sony pushing the fucking money behind it. If it was the first game, it would be exactly the same. If you could flip both of the fucking Ghost games and it makes sense. There is so little innovation between the first one and this one. It might as well have been a fucking DLC. I say that, but there's a lot of content there, but like it's just the same fucking game. I was so tired of it.
okay.
Um, but yeah, Silk Song, it's gonna win. You heard it here
Hope so.
first. That's showbiz, baby.
There's definitely gonna be some
Dude,
thoughts shared about Yote, but I'll have
I
those
love
later
that the
for
whole
discussion.
time he's saying it. For me, it just says his name in like black and white, like heel
Right.
John Cena.
Well, fair
Yeah,
enough. Fair enough. Then
yeah.
it's got
And he's just cutting this promo on like Ghost of Yote, dude.
But
It's
Ernest, what do you
amazing.
got for this?
So for this one, I am actually going with Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Okay.
Um, Indiana Jones was cool. Split Fiction, very cool. And I loved Ghost.
Uh-huh.
I have very different feelings than Justin on Ghost, but I won't take those feelings from you, baby. Those are valid. Um, I had a great time with it though, but I'm just also like a sucker for this genre.
Sucker
For like
punch.
you put me in a samurai situation, and I'm probably gonna have a pretty good time. You know, I'm
Yeah.
at least gonna think it's pretty. And
It is
I
pretty.
didn't play Hollow Knight. I hear nothing but amazing things, and I hope that they leave with something. But I
Mhm.
also feel like Death Stranding 2 on the beach is an achievement, and it deserves recognition at some point, and I think this is where I would give it to it, just because I will say from one game to the next, the action volume I feel is higher in the second game here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. Like going
Oh,
around,
that's a huge improvement
you know,
from
shooting
base
and
Death
stuff.
Stranding
Yeah,
1. Yeah.
yeah. It's like I don't know if I'd want a whole game of that, but I liked the variety as well.
Mhm.
But the adventure that you go on in that game as well is pretty epic, man.
Mhm.
And the way that that story is told, the way everything is shot, the way everything feels so real, like as you're holding that control with the haptics and everything, like it really did feel like a hell of an adventure. So I
Yeah.
would give it to this one.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. I'm right there with you. In terms of what I would pick, I also would pick Death Stranding 2. That is still one of my favorite games of the year. I do think, and I wouldn't be upset if it goes to Hollow Knight Silk Song, because I too also want it to, of course, because regardless of how we talk about a lot of these, there's a lot of good games that came out this year.
Mhm.
I would love everyone to go home with something, you know,
Yeah.
except for Indiana Jones, and I'm going to talk about that when we get to performance. But but
Yeah.
Death Stranding 2 I got obsessed with that game, like to the point where I had a moment with myself where I was like, Chris, you have to stop. You have to stop. And I did because I only needed two more trophies and the amount of time that it would have taken to get them. I'll be back, but I gotta give myself some space with that.
Yeah.
Not good. Because yeah, I got into the 80 to 90 hour range with that game, but I loved my time with it. I absolutely did because it just scratches an itch I didn't know I needed because that's just what I love about Kojima. He always finds it for me. Um, but the next here, going off of this, we take the adventure off, and now it is just best action game. The nominees are Battlefield 6, Doom: The Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi: Art of Vengeance. What do you got, Justin?
So I think of the three of us, I'm the only one that's like actually a Doom fan.
Oh,
Um, and Doom: The Dark Ages, I feel like was a step back in the reboot franchise.
mm,
It wasn't it was by no means my favorite. I didn't dislike it, but I also didn't love it. Um, I I was a big fan of Hades, but I'm not going to touch Hades 2 until it comes off of the Switch.
mm,
I really wanted to try Shinobi: Art of Vengeance. I remember when they revealed it and it was coming out, like I
yeah,
thought it looked like a really good Metroidvania. But again, time just
right.
never got around to it. Other releases coming at the same time. I can imagine it going to either Shinobi or Battlefield 6. Battlefield because of the backing it has,
Mm,
and then Shinobi because it's a new Metroidvania. It's supposed to be pretty good.
yeah.
But Ninja Gaiden 4, I don't think made enough waves, and Doom was just not as good as previous titles in the reboot.
Mm.
So I think either Shinobi or Battlefield 6. I don't have a horse in either of those races, so
Huh.
could be
Talk,
either.
talk more about horses later. Ernest, what do you got?
Um, so I was happy to see Ninja Gaiden up here because I still want to play that game.
On Game Pass.
The action that I've seen from it just looks so
Yeah,
intense,
two
like
protagonists.
nonstop. Like, yeah, it looks crazy. Um, but yeah, Doom: The Dark Ages was really like the most that I've put into a Doom game, and
Fair enough.
I wasn't a big fan of it, you
What
know.
a what a game
So
what a game to pick.
I should like. I'm sure there's like other games here that I might like a little bit more, but nah, this one wasn't it. So my bad on that one. But Battlefield 6, I feel like simulation wise is like top notch. You know, I from a technical standpoint, I understand how that could get it as well. But I actually go with a game that I haven't played in Hades 2. Um, I just expect the most out of that game. I expect that I'm going to love that game, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if it left with an award here. You know.
that's fair.
Um,
And
so yeah,
now that we know Clay Obscure is in the indie pool as well, this is the only time they're not up against each other. So,
yeah, yeah.
but I will say I'm right there with you. I go Hades 2 with this. I enjoyed my time with Doom Eternal. I don't think there's anything like amazing, but I really enjoyed the shield gameplay. But what Hades 2 was missing for me was a shield because that was my favorite weapon in Hades 1. How dare they? Um, but yeah, I mean Battlefield 6, like this is like everyone is comparing like Call of Duty versus Battlefield, and I think we obviously have a somewhat of a winner from some point of perspective there. And I do think Battlefield 6 has made a huge step forward from what was the last one, 2040 something.
Yeah.
That one was apparently crap when it came out. So, I mean, all the props to them being nominated, and we'll see where it goes. I did play the demo for Shinobi. I do really love the animation for it, and the gameplay for it seems really fun. I have it wishlisted. I do plan to play it at some point, but yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, I go Hades 2 for this because I do think it it's gonna get something, and I think this is like a safe bet that it would. But moving on, best mobile game. Uh, so there is. I'm just gonna read the nominees and we'll get into it. So Destiny Rising, Persona 5: The Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Uma Musume, Pretty Derby, and Wuthering Waves. We've all touched. We know what it is. We've all touched the horse one. Ernest has a review up on our channel. If you want to go check that out, please do. But Justin, what is your pick here?
It's oh baby Uma Musume.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. This game, this series, this franchise has brought more joy into my life this year than almost anything else has.
Yeah.
And I stand on business with it. If it does
That's
not win,
fair, dude.
if it does not win, I will kill myself.
Oh my
Um,
god.
but it is so good. What a good door into the world of Uma Musume this game is.
Right.
I bought it just for the gacha. I bought it just for the girls. I stayed for the love of the game, baby. These horses, these girls, the passion that they bring to me, they've inspired me to start working out more. They're part of my drive when I go to the gym now. Half of my workout playlist is just Uma Musume shit. It's awesome. And there's just something about the connection that you make with these girls being inspired by real horses and the
Yeah.
with the role that plays into the lore and everything.
Mhm.
It is great. It's a different spin on roguelike gameplay. And baby, they just keep coming. They have content planned out for years because we're still trying to catch up to Japan. It is Uma Musume, hands down. And if we win, baby, Cygames is gonna give out carrots for fucking days, dog. At
Oh
least,
yeah, no
at
doubt,
least
no doubt.
1,500. We got 1,500 for
Yeah.
getting nominated. I'm
Oh,
talking
man.
3K for winning, baby. Fucking give me my 10 pulls.
Ernest, follow that up.
Oh, no problem, boss.
I like horses.
Um, so I tried Persona 5,
Mm.
Phantom X,
Mm.
and it's like a Persona game on your phone, which sounds awesome, like on paper.
On paper.
At it wasn't. It
Right.
wasn't cool. I didn't like it at all, not even a little bit. And I love that aesthetic. I love all of that, and the idea of having that like in my pocket is awesome. But then you get it, and it's just not that. I also heard wonderful things about Wuthering Waves. I also heard it kind of dies off after a while. You know what doesn't do that though is Umasume Pretty Derby. That it never dies. It never dies. That's my daily game. Like I go on there every day and do my day. So I'm doing like a run a day at least before I go to bed.
Justin's laughing.
I love
You
that
just can't
game.
see it.
I love its characters. I love the anime. And yes, I did start watching Cinderella Grey. But yeah, dude, it's also good. Like Justin said, the music, the way they keep dropping just bangers for like this mobile game / anime is like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like you said, like the lore, like the way that like we know so many Japanese horses, dude. Like that's crazy that we know actual real life Japanese horses and like things that they did and like how they died and stuff like that. Like it's crazy,
Keep
you
dying.
know.
R.I.P. Man.
But yeah, oh man, stop dying, y'all. Japanese horses. So yeah, easy. This is for me. And like I haven't cared about best mobile game since Marvel Snap. And
This
I'm
was
trying
like
to
2
keep
years
that
ago.
streak alive.
It's like,
What was it last year? Do you remember?
It might have also been Marvel
don't-
Snap. I don't know.
Really? No, they didn't get it up there again. It was something. I don't know.
But I will say I'm right there with you. I do think Umasume
Pokemon?
takes it. I do think it should take it. I will say, because I don't think there's anything in the bad thing about the Persona one is it's on my phone. Because you're right, it's a Persona game on your phone. Like if they put that on console, I would download it and I would play that. I
Yeah.
don't need to be reading all that dialogue on my phone. That's not because there's a thing you're trying to do when you hop on a mobile game. You're like, I'm in and out. Even if you're in there for like a little bit longer than other games, like you're doing
Yeah.
something in there other than just reading text or all this other stuff. And to be fair, like I don't think I got past the beginning. I didn't finish like the first dungeon of it. But it very much does the thing of like a very slow tutorial phase, like other Persona games do, and again, just doesn't translate well to what I'm doing on my phone. Because at that point where I'm like, there's a point where you click in, being like, well, I'm gonna go check something on my phone, and you realize, oh, this is the thing on my phone right now. This isn't working out, and I need you to go away. But it does have an exclusive song. There might have been more added since then. I don't know, but the one that does play, they do have incorporate the original singer from a lot of those other tracks from Persona 5, and it's a banger. And anything they have art wise, obviously it's not a copy and paste of anyone's style, but it does just like it's more Persona 5, and that's not never a bad thing. But yeah, put it on console because it's available on phone and PC. So just put it on a console. So, but yeah, I do think Uma Masame for sure, and I also think, and we'll see if we catch it because I think this is going to be one they don't take time to read to us. It's going to be something that goes by really quick.
Oh, like they don't have them
Yeah,
come
we're
up
gonna.
to the
It's just.
stage
It's
and
gonna look like one of
yeah.
those ads. But we will see from there. But next up, because we're back in the ringer with it, and you know what I mean by it. This is best debut indie game. Blueprints. I'm the only one here who hasn't beaten that, but we've all touched it. We also have Clair Obscure Expedition 33, Despelote.
You just said it. You said it as
Wide as
much as possible,
Is it
like
a Spanish
you're from
word?
the Caucasus Islands.
What is it?
Um,
No, you do it.
I
You
want
throwing
to
a
say it's
stone?
Spanish.
Yeah,
I
you
would
can say
say
it.
if it's Spanish, I would say despolote like that.
Same shit I just said.
But
And then
but I don't know.
dispatch.
That's the same thing that you just said.
No, I
I
said
don't,
dispatch.
Despolote.
Well, there's a question mark at the end. Because I will say I don't remember reading that beforehand. I also don't think it has a chance of winning. But and then also Dispatch. But yeah, best debut indie game. Um, other than the one I couldn't pronounce, we've all touched these. Oh well, Justin has not touched Dispatch, but he knows of it. Justin, what do you got for this one?
what a what a year to be an indie
Oh, yeah.
developer, putting that game out to have to go up against this Goliath that is
Yep.
fucking Clair Obscur on their debut indie.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, this is like the fucking 17-year-old playing Little League, right? Like they have to go and check this kid's ID to make sure he's even supposed to be in this bracket. It's it's gonna be Claire, and
Yeah.
it's so and it which like the other games are good. I've only heard good things about Dispatch.
Mhm.
I did really enjoy Blueprints. I had a whole notepad and everything. I really like put effort into playing it. But man, this kid's got a mustache. He shouldn't be out here.
And
He
it's
shouldn't be out here
French.
with these 13-year-olds,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Claire Obscure is just gonna fucking knock it down.
for sure. I kind of agree with that. Ernest, what do you got here, bud?
Full beard, bro. It's full beard for sure. Um, Blueprints is great. It's a great concept. It was a very good game. I didn't enjoy it
Right.
as much as some people.
It's because you're a dum-dum.
No, you. But Dispatch though,
Mhm.
I loved
Good
Dispatch.
stuff.
I love that world. I want
Good
more
stuff.
in that world.
Yeah.
I want more Rob, you know.
Robert Roberts.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's a hell of a year to be an indie game, to be a debut indie game, to be a game. It's just it's just a tough year for it. It's like, yeah, Clear Obscure Expedition
One of the
33.
top Google searches for Expedition 33 is it really indie? And I think that a lot of people went through most of the year not knowing.
Dude, right.
And it's like when
Yeah.
the Game Awards came out, it's just like, oh.
Didn't they had 30 something employees work on this game, right?
Yeah. I do think
That's
Independent has more to do with just the size of the staff, but yes.
it's what happens when you put people in a room for 10 years and let them cook.
And make them like disgruntled Ubisoft employees.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. It's just the size is usually determined by how much money you have too.
I mean,
So,
fair.
like,
That is also
if
a
you're
fair,
being
fair
backed
thing
by
to say.
somebody, you usually have like a larger staff.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
like, yeah, man, like a very few amount of people came together and made this beautiful thing that's like it's lasting forever for me, you know?
You'll
So
forget about it by next year.
I don't see how you take it from that. Like just cuz like achievement wise alone, like even if the story would have been a little bad or something like that, or like the gameplay wasn't as good, like it would still be in this conversation
For
for
sure.
best debut indie, you know?
Right.
Like
Because
imagine the things that
that's
they're
the
going to do
story.
after.
Yeah.
But now whenever Sandfall comes out with their next game, like we're going to be like, "Oh, well, you know, it's like Hades 2. Like I just gave it an award based off of like what I expect from that game."
Mm.
Like the next Clear
Right.
Obscure game to come out or whatever, like I expect that it's going to be like another amazing game.
That's right.
So for them to set that standard off the bat like this, that's crazy.
And be from Ubisoft. That's crazy. And a year that they're doing terrible.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, I
man.
guess years they've been
Something
doing
about those
terrible.
working conditions, I guess.
For sure. But yeah, I do think I shout out to Blueprints. I started on it. I do think the concept is really cool, and I did start realizing like, dude, you're gonna really have to commit yourself to notes and whatnot. And I just was not in the mindset for that at that point in time. I'm really glad Justin ended up liking it, and then of course you didn't hate it. But yeah, Dispatch for me, I absolutely loved. In terms of newness, there's not really anything new. I can't think of a game that has me do the gameplay loop of this one, but hey, but at the same time, it's just good. It's just good, and sometimes that's good enough. But I'm happy it got a
Mhm.
nominee here, especially since it came out so late in the year, because it could have been missed for that. But next up here, best independent game. This one's interesting. This one's really interesting. But I will go ahead and read the nominees here: Obsalom, Ball and Pit, Blueprints, Clair Obscure Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silk Song. I said I wanted Godzilla versus King Kong, and I threw a Mecha Godzilla in the fight. But see, this is how you do it, fighters, since we just couldn't have tech in that one year. But Justin, what do you got for this?
I think it is still just very much Claire.
Mm,
Um, it's gonna sweep, and this is part of the sweep.
yeah,
I don't know too much about two of these other titles, but I think Claire is gonna be the standout winner for this one as well.
that's fair. That's fair. What about you, Werner?
No, I also think it's an easy win for it.
Yeah.
But if one was gonna steal it here, I think this might be one of my top picks. Like maybe they give it to Hades or Hollow Knight.
Mm,
Um, just to because like I understand, like people were waiting for those games, like you know, patiently, not so patiently.
more
I
Silk
take that
Song
back.
was the long time, but
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, Silk Song was the long time, but like people like had great expectations for this, and for their expectations to
Right.
have been met in the manner that they have, like it's almost like a shame to see them not walk away with stuff, you know. And then you also like it wasn't my favorite game, but I see how people are like Blueprints is the best
Right.
puzzle game ever and stuff like this, you know, like it is. As far as puzzle games too, like especially a puzzle game that long, like I don't know if I would have stuck around if it wasn't as good as it is, you know.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
You did get to the end.
yeah, there's just like a lot of good stuff on this list, and it's crazy to see how sure I am that it's going to be Expedition 33. You
So,
know.
like I said before, I do think Expedition 33, anywhere you see it on this list, there's a huge chance that it's going to just topple. I will say for me, my indie of the year is Hollow Knight Silk Song, bar none. I do think I liked it a lot more than Hades 2. I liked Hades 2 a good bit, but Silk Song just took the cake for me. Probably because, yeah, it's like the hardest game I've ever played, and I felt really good about getting to the end credits of that one. And I plan to go back to play more content, and they've already talked about DLC being added to it. But of course, Clear Obscure, Expedition 33, there's more to it winning than just being good. There's definitely a note for the industry to take from it. We'll see in the future if the industry takes the note, but like we'll see. We can only hope going forward. But next up, best ongoing game. We do have Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man Sky, a multi-time champion. You may say. Justin, what do you got for this one?
Now, this one is a battle between these nominees.
Mm-hmm.
Each one has made an effort to keep their player base engaged and provide content on top of content as the time has passed.
Yeah.
I think it goes to Marvel Rivals, especially with their hero release schedule and how crazy fast it is.
Very cool.
But with the community that Helldivers 2 has,
Mm.
the vast support that No Man's Sky has just continued to get with no signs of stopping, Fortnite being Fortnite,
Right.
I don't know. I would think it's Marvel Rivals,
Mhm.
but it could be a toss-up between any of these titles.
Right.
I've heard Final Fantasy has kind of started to taper off a bit.
Right. Because they finished
But
their story, the main
yeah,
story.
but that's purely just hearsay. I don't have any
Right.
experience with it whatsoever. Um, but for my money, I'd say probably Marvel Rivals.
Okay. Ernest, what about you?
I'm a big Square fan, so like
You're a big
I
Square.
know that's like the McDonald's of RPGs or whatever, but like I
That has to be the
love
most
them.
insulting thing I've heard about Square, and you're the one who said it.
I love McDonald's.
Okay.
I love McDonald's. I ordered McDonald's today.
That's great.
What's it called? But Final Fantasy, I would love if it got some love, and I know that they do great things. But like, when did it end? Do you remember when it was? It this year?
When did the story end? The story ended last year.
Yeah,
The last
yeah.
major story expansion, the story of like Light and Dark or whatever. Yeah, that was like, no, that's Destiny.
And,
Something in
and
the
maybe it's time for like
wait a minute, Tiger.
it may be time for like the sun to set there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Justin was saying, like all of these games do a really great job of just keeping the content coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure anybody does it like Fortnite. Like it's crazy.
Tarantino is
I'm not
on it
even
this year.
I'm not even a fan, but yeah, they had like a short film from like a very notable director. Like
It was a little too notable
premiere.
now, but yes.
It's only on there. Yeah, he's a little bit in the
He
news.
needs to stop talking.
Yeah, dummy. But
Love Paul Dano here.
yeah, the amount of stuff that they're pumping out and like the what seems like quality because I don't get hands on it, but like from what I see, like they so consistently have a fan base. They know how to keep them around. They're putting out they're spending a lot of money to do it, but they're making so much money doing it.
It's like they're making it
And like and the people are just eating it up, you know? Like so I know yeah, I'm gonna go with Fortnite actually.
I want to say you went for Fortnite last year because Fortnite's up every year as well.
Yeah,
but
they just continue to do crazy
oh no, for
stuff.
sure. There's no. Granted, I agree. Well, I guess it's not necessarily an agreement or a disagreement, but I think I've heard the same thing as Justin. As their like Final Fantasy 14 just started to taper off, but like only because like we're kind of at the end there. Um, I would also side with Marvel Rivals, but like I think any given year, Fortnite is also a sensible choice. So we'll see. And then at the same time, No Man's Sky has won it multiple years, understandably so. So I mean, we'll see. Hopefully one day Overwatch will earn this spot. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll get up there. Maybe
Get you
Vinny
back
will
up
do it.
there, bud. Yeah.
We'll see. But moving on here to best performance. Talk about a domination. 3 people are from the same freaking game. So we do have Ben Starr from Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Charlie Cox from Expedition 33, Jennifer English from Expedition 33, Konatsu Kaito from Silent Hill F, Erika Ishii, calm down, Justin, from Ghost of Yote, and then Troy Baker, calm down, Chris, from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I definitely have some thoughts, but I will go into that here in a minute. What do you got for this, Justin?
Complete bias pick, Konatsu Kato.
I respect it.
She is my favorite. I love her. She's great, and the effort that she put into actually playing the game after it came out and streaming nonetheless. And this is a girl who is not made for horror, playing through the horror game that she is in for the sake of people's amusement, man. And she's great. I think she did a good job with the performance. And she is my completely biased pick. It's probably going to go to some Claire Obscure loser. But if I had to say, it'd be Konatsu all day.
Fair enough. It's awesome that she made the list here. Ernest, what do you got?
I also love that she's here, and I love that I put her as somebody that I was expecting to be up there.
It's true.
And Chris was like, I don't know.
It's
And
true.
haha.
You're not
Gotcha.
wrong. You're not wrong. I was wrong.
But Yeah, she did amazing in that game. I know that you're gonna get into it more, but there's a different Troy Baker performance that should be up
100%.
here. And if he was up here, like I might have to pick it. But again, him doing like young Indy is amazing. Like it's spot on. Like
Mhm.
him doing he's what is he's a dude playing another dude.
Another dude, yeah.
Like, because his Harrison Ford is on point, and then he makes that Harrison Ford play Indiana Jones, and
Right.
it's amazing. So, yeah, the levels of that, and again, I love Ghosts. A big part of that was Erica's performance, but I do wish there was a little less clear obscure, a little bit of Expedition 33 up here
Who's the one you
as
take
well.
off?
Charlie Cox,
I knew it.
easy.
Yeah. He does
Yeah,
live
only
action acting. He can
he
get out of
did
there.
he did amazing for the sorry if this is gonna mess anything up. He's not in the game a lot. He doesn't have a lot of
It's been out
lines
forever.
or anything. For the time that he's there, he's amazing. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
But once he's not there, it's I mean, you still feel his loss, and that performance was enough to like achieve that.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's just other voice actors that I would want to put out there. Like Laura Bailey, in Dispatch was amazing. Aaron Paul was amazing.
Oh.
Adrian Ray from South of Midnight was really good.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Very, very good.
but out of the people here, and I feel so bad because I love Ben Starr so much,
I know.
but Jennifer English is who I'd go with.
Yeah.
Her performance as Mael was epic
It was
for
very
sure.
good.
So
Very good.
yeah, I think I'll go there.
So like I'm right there with you. Because we went over this when we were talking about who we think is gonna get it. You're absolutely right. I was wrong about the Silent Hill F girl. Um, I mean, mediocre games, man. You get them up there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, how
It's
dare
good
you?
stuff. It's good stuff. But what we did agree on, where we ended our whole conversation on that on, was we both think Jennifer English from Expedition is like the one to represent that game, and I do think she's gonna take it. I'm rooting for her. But the reason why I'm able to do that, so we're here. I understand that Indiana Jones has a fan base, but y'all need to stop and we should just cancel it. We have plenty of episodes where I've done the same thing Ernest did, where we're like, oh, but it's so good. He does this so well. I'm done with it. I don't need to do it anymore. You can go listen to that. It's so stupid that he has so many better roles, and Higgs' first time around was very good. I understand why some people might not think he's great because he is a little more one note that first time around. But my God, when you get Higgs in Death Stranding 2, that is still my performance of the year. That is my like gaming character of the year because I love to hate him. And you have so much reason to love him because he has a plea, he has things he's gone through. And you're like, dude, if I went through that, I'd probably be a menace too. And then at the same time, he's absolutely that. He's a menace. And if you like Sam at all, you're going to hate Higgs. So it's awesome. And he's also like, he reminds you in this game that he's just talented at everything because he can sing, he can dance, he can do like everything.
Yeah,
He's funny.
yeah.
Um, and then he can be really menacing and then like just also obviously a very thought-provoking and empathetic villain. And yeah, I just think then there's him doing an Indiana Jones impression, which is what that role is, which he does well. There you go. But yeah, I absolutely think he should be up here for Higgs, and that would have been my pick. But now I do think Jennifer English is the top dog for her role as Mael, because I guess she's the closest to what we get for a main character there, like as we had that discussion. Because obviously the other two
It's a
kind of
very shared thing. Yeah.
one's not there, and then when one leaves, the other one is there, and all that good stuff. That's exactly what it sounds like, and that's why I root for her. But yeah, no, absolutely. And also, I'm hoping we get Jennifer English again next year because that's when we're supposed to get Tides of Annihilation, and she's the main character in that game as well, where she's summoning like Knights of the Round Table. That shit's so cool. But next up here, and before we even got the nominees, you and me knew who the like lock in was. Best score
Yeah.
in music. The reason we're not doing one of these for our own awards this year. But to go over the nominees, we do have Christopher Larkin for Hollow Knight Silksong, Darren Korb for Hades 2, Lorian Testard for Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Toma Otoa for Ghost of Yote, and Woodkid and Ludwig Forticell. He's my favorite wrestler. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. All great nominees, but yeah, I think we know what's going on here. Justin, what do you got here?
They might as well put their seats on the stage, because otherwise they're gonna be getting up a whole lot, man. It's Claire. The soundtrack is so beautiful. There's so
Yeah,
many standout tracks that
100%.
the game hits you with almost immediately that resonate with you.
Yeah.
There are scarce moments where a bop just isn't playing. And in a few of those moments, it's the music adds so much weight to the emotional impact of what's happening, and it takes a good artist to be able to make music do that.
Yeah.
So it is hands down Claire.
And they were found on SoundCloud. The story continues to grow. Ernest, what do you got?
Yeah, the games, the other games that I played here, and from what I'm expecting from Hades too, like I'm pretty sure that
Oh
is
yeah,
great
there's bangers
scores.
on
It's
there for
great
sure.
music. I probably listened to the stuff that I discovered in Death Stranding 2 the most though,
Mm,
right?
mm.
Um,
That pop song.
but as far as like contributing to a game though,
Right.
like where it's like a piece of the game, like there's so many, nothing really carries in Expedition 33. Like
Mhm.
one of the reasons that it's in so many of these categories is because like everything is really good and all of it
Yeah.
adds to the journey that you're going through with these characters. And the music is such a huge part of that. Like it's almost carries, but then other parts actually do their part and stuff. My fucking thing came out. But I love that stuff. Like it made me feel feelings, man. Absolutely. Like that first time that you're in Lumiere and they're like holding each other's hands and you see the what's it called? The opening? Is that what you
Mhm.
called it before?
The
But
Gamage.
no,
Homage.
I love it. I love it so much. It definitely it deserves to win. Are we getting a performance this year?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need that for sure. So that's my
So
pick.
I
But
know
let
for
me pick up
sure
my
because
headphone.
they do like the ensemble of like where they put like parts of different because they do like the ensemble of Game of the Year tracks. So like there's gonna be some of the Donkey Kong Bonanza track. So that's gonna be an
Hmm.
interesting one actually. Now that I'm thinking about that, because it's gonna be all the Game Award nominees, a sample of music from their games. But yeah, we'll definitely get something there. We will see. But I'm right there with you with all of you. It's Expedition 33, 100%. I do say Hades 2, as you were saying, if you're expecting good music like you did from the first one, you're going to get some bangers. Because this time around, your main character actually participates in some songs, and it's actually pretty awesome. Hollow Knight Silk Song, very like Dark Souls esque, dark, dreary, but beauty in it kind of music there as you're exploring, and I do think that is wonderful as well. And I will also shout out Ghost of Yotei, because as you're going through, I guess are they chapters? I don't know. As you're going from essentially one chapter to the other, there's actual like singing going on, and those
Mhm.
parts because you don't get anything like that in the first Ghost of Yotei. I think that stuff's great. The first time it played, I was like, whoa, what's going on? What's in my ears right now? I thought that was awesome. I will say, Death Stranding 2, every track from this soundtrack made it onto my top songs of 2025. Again, I was obsessed with this, but yeah, Expedition 33. We we know, we know. Best art direction. So yes, let's keep those chairs up. But Justin, what do you got for this one?
It's Claire. It's just everything about it, man. It's
Yeah.
so hard to find a fault in anything that this game does, from the music to the art to the gameplay. It's Claire, and it kind of feels like a dead horse just beating the dead horse over and over again, talking about it more.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
is what it
In the year
is,
of Umamasame too. That's crazy.
right?
Heartless, heartless. Haru is turning in her grave. Ernest, what do you got next?
RIP Haru, dude.
RP, RP.
Um, if you would have asked me like before at the beginning of the year, like a Ghost game is coming out this year, Ernest, is anything gonna beat it in art direction? I'd like slap you in the face and spit in your mouth, but you might like it. So
Okay.
Claire Obscura 33 though, like is just it's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like, do you think that the music is carrying and then you like see something and they're like, oh no, it's beautiful as well. And then you get into the gameplay and it's like, oh, it plays so good. Like there's so many things that are fantastic about this game.
Yeah.
the style of everything here. Like there's so much that's unique in this world. It feels so so beautiful, so deep. It's so nice to look at, even like the most horrid things. I love it. And it wins here. Easy.
For sure. I do think it also wins here. My one thing, if this was Hades 1 and not Hades 2, I do think it might have a better shot. What I mean by that is it's the same art style as Hades 1. They do redesign the
Mm.
gods, and they do have a reason for it to make them more modernized. And it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I do think it's going to go to Expedition 33, and rightfully so. I do think there's a lot of beauty to be found in all of these games. If you look at Death Stranding just as like at face value, you're gonna see like a very gray color palette. But if you give yourself time in the actual world of Death Stranding, there's nothing but beauty there. Absolutely, and then tedious walking, but you have to love it. Um, but yeah,
It's a lot of fucking walking.
but absolutely, Expedition 33. As we are wrapping things up here, best narrative, Claire Expedition, Claire Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Oh, I'm just now realizing how long we haven't heard from that one. And then Silent Hill F. Justin, you're up, bud.
Um, so I do think it's still going to be Claire,
Mm,
but I will say an argument can be made for how Silent Hill F delivers its story
yeah.
and delivers its narrative, especially on just the vanilla ending. And the way it kind of ties everything up and kind of strings things along from the beginning and makes things make sense after the fact.
Mhm.
Um, I think an argument can be made for that, but overall, I think it will still be Claire, just because of not the story itself, but the way the chapters work and the way that it is told
Okay.
through those chapters.
Fair enough. Ernest.
I agree that Silent Hill F is like wonderfully told, and I only played the first part. I only got the first ending, and so without seeing it all unravel, I still think that it's great. Like that whole twist at the end and everything is so well done. And I had no idea what was going to happen, but I loved the ride in the entire time.
Yeah.
Uh, Death Stranding 2 is so weird. It's so very strange, and for it to work at all, I feel is like an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Because
Kojima keeps doing
it's crazy. And then a giant baby comes in, like what,
it.
bro?
After the electric guitar boss fight. Yeah.
Right. And there's a whale.
There's a will. Now
But
cry.
no cry. I really had a good time with Ghost. I had a good time with Kingdom Come Deliverance too. I still have my beef with that because it keeps feeling like we're just kind of like leaving. It's always leading into the next
Oh, it does it
thing,
again with
and
two?
it's not always
Oh
my
no.
favorite.
Yeah.
There's feels like a more definite ending,
I
and
installed
then
it just
it's
now.
like, and also,
Yeah.
so it's the Avengers will return thing is like,
Yeah. But it
it
takes
takes it
longer to
out of
make
it a
games
little
than
bit.
movies. I'm just, so
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. So I'm just sitting here waiting, dude.
Yeah.
But Expedition 33, yeah, easy. This gave me my first existential crisis. I'd never had one really, and this made me like question life a lot. And based off of how I probably need to talk to a therapist now, I'm gonna go with Expedition 33 for sure.
This is the one. So, of course, like I said, it doesn't change. I think anywhere you see Expedition 33, first of all, it's deserving to be there, and it is a front runner for sure. For me, I think the Death Stranding 2 story trumps it like a million to one. I think it's just a very well told story. There's a lot more, there's a meaning in both. I'm not going to say there's not less meaning in one or the other. It's more about like how it ends and grips you. I find there is more existential. Oh no, there's more existentialism in Expedition 33 for sure. But there is a healthy bit in Death Stranding 2 as well. There has to be. Death is at the core of that game. Um, but there is a twist, and it's honestly, and how that twist works for you is going to determine whether you love or don't love Expedition 33. That being said, like I don't think it's going to make you hate it or not, because again, like everything Ernest said, visually, musically, performance, gameplay. If you don't like the story, it's just great to be there. And it's just fun to play through if for some reason the narrative is not doing it for you. Um, But I mean, out of these are my top two. These are my two, like right here, story wise. So it's just by a bit. But yeah, I really love the story of Death Stranding 2. And again, uh, as Justin was talking about earlier about his biased pick with a different category, this is definitely my very much biased because it is definitely the type of story that I am geared to love. I'm a Kojima. I adore the man. I adore his brain. And I Death Stranding 1 is one of my favorite games
That
of
ass.
all time. um, and I do think the inclusion of Elle Fanning as Tomorrow, as well as where
Yeah.
that goes narratively, and having her be a part of just the evolution of music as we get to the evolution of the story, and when you get to those end credits, I was in tears. I was just, I was taking in everything, and there's just nothing that hit me quite like that. Again, very biased, but we will see where that goes. But next up here is best game direction. This is also one that we normally, because it's a little tougher because a game director isn't necessarily the same thing as a video director. It takes the whole village to direct this stuff, but we'll get through it. Best game direction: Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Death on the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Split Fiction. Justin, you're up.
This one I think would be a toss-up between Claire and Death Stranding.
Hmm.
If it went to Ghost of Yote, I would riot. This went no direction, but the same way it was going before.
Uh-huh.
Um, Hades 2 also kind of seems like more of the same from what I've kind of talked with you about on their
Yeah,
experience with it. Um, and Split Fiction, I think, is just another one of their games in a different package. So I don't know. That one I could hear an argument for. But it is up against two Titans being
for
Claire and
sure,
Death Stranding.
for sure.
So it's gonna be either one of them. I don't have hands-on with Death Stranding, so I can't say too much with that. But with what Claire chose to do with the RPG genre, um, was definitely a very creative direction.
For
So
sure, for sure. And it's
that's my pick.
obviously giving it the lasting power to last all year. Ernest, you're up.
So for me, this is, I guess this would be my bias pick. Like, this is where I go with Death Stranding over Clair Obscur.
Oh, okay.
And Clair Obscur is like very, very extremely well done in so many different ways. But like I said about the last award, like, to get all of these crazy things that are going on in Death Stranding 2 and to like meld that together and create a full picture, a full narrative, and a full experience is really saying something as far as the direction goes.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously a lot of different departments that are doing very good work here. And I know that he's behind the majority, if not all of it,
Mhm.
at least like in his vision and how he presents it to these people so that they can make it real for him. Right.
Right.
So I really feel like this is where we would see him on the stage, if not somewhere else.
Jeff will bring him up
But
there regardless.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
got to
I'll
let
just get
everybody
up
know
here,
they're
give me a
best
hug,
friends.
baby. Yeah, I would too. I would do the
For
same
sure. I
thing.
would
So
flex that all the
yeah.
time. Absolutely.
And Kojima's here, baby. What's good? And he just comes out like, hey, and then he goes back. And then
And
I'm
he's
like,
gone.
anyway, the next award.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I would do if I was
They
Jeff.
should have
So
Kojima announce Uma Masame as the winner of mobile game. And then he'll know about it.
yes. Yes, they should. Yes, they should. But of course, Claire Obscure can win here.
Right.
and
There's no
and
award it
I
can't get.
couldn't be mad. I couldn't be
Yeah.
mad because I loved everything about that game and how that all melded together.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like this is where I'd give it to Kojima, especially no, I don't want to say especially anything because I feel like that's gonna take something away from Claire Obscure, and I don't think I can. So
That's fair. That's fair. I will say for me as well, I do go Death Stranding. Again, I will just reiterate anywhere that Expedition is, it has a chance to win, and if it does win, I'm not going to be upset. It's very deserving. But yeah, I do think Hideo Kojima is the game director that loves movies, and it shows with every shot of his games. If not his social posts, but at the very most, at very least in his games as well. And he just directed the hell out of this because it is such a massive improvement from Baith. base Death Stranding 1. Because I played Death Stranding 1, I played Death Stranding Director's Cut, and then yes, I'm right back here with Death Stranding 2. And if they re-release this in a couple of years, I'll be right back in. But yeah, he keeps one-upping himself. And I know we all hate to think about it. We were just talking about existentialism, but he brought it up this year. We don't have a lot of years left. So I mean, John Cena's this week wins Kojima. I don't know, and I'm not ready. But the man
Wait, did John
he's
Cena
just
die?
no, he's retiring this year.
Oh.
Fair enough. Completely fair without knowing. Completely fair. You know what? I haven't checked on him today, so he might have. I don't know. That'd be so sad.
You
that we
better
can't get
not.
a match.
You better
Is
not.
this how I'm finding out John Cena died?
Ernest has been wishing it for like 15 years, but
No.
Hideo
Then I wouldn't get to root against him anymore.
you can root against him in the grave. But Hideo Kojima, Death Stranding 2, come on, come on, come on. I love that game so much. But of course, I also love Expedition 33. But moving on, the top dog, the main event, game of the year. No DLCs this year. Way to go, Jeff. But also, like, if you take off any of these and put a DLC, like that'd be so, he'd be dead. He'd be gone. So Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Huge that we like half of this is indie games. It's just independent. But Ernest, I didn't mean to say your name, Justin. What do you got?
No, Ernest, go first. Change it up a bit. Spice it
Okay,
up.
Ernest, what do you got?
So I picked the same as Justin. Justin, you go. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was sorry to say you're wrong, but then I couldn't.
No, the only thing here, and I didn't play it, so I feel kind of bad doing it, but I'll put Ghost up there for Donkey Kong. Don't get mad at me, Justin. But but I think it's a very good and complete experience. I love that game. I had such a good time with that game, and it's crazy that it's not up here in the year that it came out.
Then we were so sure. We were so sure at the beginning.
Obviously, Ghost is going to be at the beginning of the year, midway through the year, once the game came out.
Yeah,
I was 100% sure it's going to be up there for game of the year.
And after we played it, we still thought so. But yeah,
is crazy. I love that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is here though.
For sure.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, you didn't have a good time with that game, but
I mean, I think this
the majority of people did.
The nominees say something different. I gotta tell you.
That's crazy because the people that I know that talked about Donkey Kong Bonanza weren't that high on it,
including me.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how that's up here. So, but I love that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is here. I love that it's getting some recognition because it, again, like I was saying about the other ones being a complete experience, this is very much one, and it's one of the most immersive games that you can play. Period. Like in video games, it really does. Like you said about just like RPGs in general, it really does provide I think the most in-depth experience 100%. That you can get into without becoming just right, dude, like down to the logistics of like putting together a potion and like pulling each lever and like adding the right amount of stuff.
And
like
it's
NPC crazy
memory
detail.
Is a thing of like you've returned too many stolen things or like there's a lot of blood on all the things you're selling me and just stuff like that.
Like if I stole something and I kept it in my inventory for like days and days and days, and then I ended up putting on those boots. I put on some boots that I stole, and I was wearing them just around everywhere. And I went back to the town that I stole them from, and they were like, "That's my friend's boots," and they were stolen. And I got attacked by guards and stuff. So like, that's so dope. It's so dope. Cool. So I like those boots.
Enough to be
Expedition 33 though. All of these, I would say deserve to be here. I'm just not sure about Donkey Kong, but hey, you tell me. And then but Expedition 33 is like we need to build a statue or something. It deserves to be like up there with those games of the years and whatnot. Like it really is that good. It really is that. Like this is a space and time that I'm going to go back to so many
It
times. I'm
it's
never going to
up
get
there
to
with
play
It
this
Takes
game.
Two.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, it's a good game, but yeah.
No, yeah, that was just a weak year.
For
But
sure.
but like I will always I never get to play that for the first time again. And
True.
like you don't say that about a I don't know, Donkey Kong Bonanza or whatever, you know? So yeah, Expedition 33 for me. Easy.
So I will say
I think
my
that's
game
one of
of the
my favorite
year,
games
my
ever.
game of the year is Death Stranding 2. But I do think, and I said this before, I think I said it when we were reviewing Expedition, that there is a lot more meaning behind Expedition winning, and that's not to say that's the only reason it should win. It absolutely deserves to win Game of the Year. There's so much stuff going for it, and I'm outright rooting for it. And I do think there's just again so much good that comes with it winning, and I do think it has the best chance. Death Stranding 2 is just very special and catered to my interests. Very happy here for Hollow Knight Silksong showing up and Hades 2. I do think those are both great games. Though I do lean more towards the Hollow Knight Silksong of the two, just because it does differentiate itself from the first a bit more than Hades 2 does from Hades 1. Narratively, and again, even gameplay wise, they're both really fun to just play through. I put 60 hours into Hades 2. I'm not hating on that. And I got the true ending. Um, and I did not get the true ending of Hollow Knight Silksong, and I put close to the same amount of hours because I just struggled, but I felt like I overcame something. And I'm very early into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but everything I've heard, I am seeing. Um, and yeah, I just want more of it. I will say I do not hate Donkey Kong Bonanza. I prefer me some 2D DK, but this I would take this off. And me personally, here we are. I would put Ghost of Yotei on here. I like because I replayed Ghost of Tsushima this year, and then followed that up with Ghost of Yotei, and I like Yotei so much more than I like Ghost of Tsushima because I was never a fan of Jin, and I think Atsu is just a much more interesting character for me, and I really appreciated her story. Not perfect in the end there, but I did enjoy appreciate the journey, and we're getting Legends next year. I think that'll be a lot of fun regardless of how you feel about the story. But Expedition 33, I think we have the best shot here, for sure. For sure. But that is all of our categories. But next,
Whoa, whoa. What about
what?
Justin?
He wasn't used to us going out of
Oh,
order.
you're
He doesn't
right.
realize.
This is what's
What
screwing
about
to
Justin,
me.
man?
And
I was waiting.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was
No, I'm
waiting. I
so
was waiting.
sorry. And you were gonna let me.
What
You
kind
I
of
bastard.
was. I
what kind of
was.
host is this
I'm
guy?
I don't
terrible.
know,
I'm
man.
terrible. I'm terrible. Justin,
No,
You
no,
throw
you're
him a
what are
not
your
gonna
thoughts
leave
on
curveball.
out
Game of
my
the
You
Year
friend,
now?
throw you
Justin.
throw him a curveball one time and he crumbles.
Give me your thoughts on Game of the Year.
All right, so I do think first off, I want to say crazy to play both Ghost games in the same year and not see the linearity of how exactly the same they are. Um, but I think Clair Obscur is my choice. Death Stranding does have a it has a foot through the door. I think
Yeah.
I really want to say it has a chance, but I don't have any hands on with it. Um, but I think if I did, I'd be pushing for it to be more of a fight between the two. Um, Hollow Knight, for as long as waited as it was, I don't think it has what it needs to compete with these other two titles. Hades 2 being more of Hades 1 and also only being on the Switch right now, shoots itself in the foot.
I do think so.
Speaking of that, Donkey Kong, I don't think is that great of a game. I definitely think it's here just so that Nintendo has something here. Um, but
I
Kingdom
told you
Come
they
to
never forget Nintendo right now.
yeah, I
Nintendo's
mean you
always
can't.
there.
Do you want to be fucking blacklisted?
And
Um, but
they never even participate in the Game Awards. They're not going to have any announcements here.
Yeah.
but if I were going to pick a snub, and it's not even like a real snub, because it couldn't qualify, take off DK. Throw Uma Masumi back up there, baby.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god.
Let's get let's
There
get
you
it.
go.
Global release this
There you
year. I know
go.
the game's been out for like 2 or 3 in Japan, probably
Yeah.
even longer actually. I'm just speaking on my butt. But like throw Uma Masumi back up there, baby. Let's get it. Let's do
Hell
this.
yeah.
Um, honestly, so not for this, and I don't know, as I know these aren't all the nominees. I'm very astounded that Digimon Time Strangers isn't nominated for anything that we talked about
Mm.
because that game is getting nothing but applaud, not just from like the Digimon community, but from just like the general gaming community as well.
Yeah.
It won PlayStation's Game of the Month without even being on the fucking ballot. It was a write-in from people just flooding the Twitter post
Yeah.
of it's fucking Digimon Time Strangers, bitch. Put some respect on its name. Um, but Clair Obscur, I think, is the actual winner.
For sure. I'm glad you decided to throw that extra bit of flavor in there because I'll say if I ever see a shitty mobile game up for Game of the Year,
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa, whoa,
whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Justin, go over there real quick and handle that business.
No. I do enjoy Umamasume, but no mobile. At least in the year
Acknowledge
2025,
Umamasume.
there's no mobile game that deserves Game of the Year.
Maybe that It
Um,
Takes Two.
That was years ago. They should have come out then. But there we go. There is all the nominations. There's everything we're going over awards wise. How dare y'all throw me a curveball? I'm so sorry. But the next thing to go over here
You're just
is
gonna edit
going
it all
over.
to like put me at the beginning again.
No, not. I will take it all as it is. LOL. But going over because we got two more things here.
Spread it.
Regal inspiring thickness. So this is Jeff Keighley's post about a statue
Oh,
that's just been
I
placed
was
in
like,
the
what the
desert.
fuck are you talking about?
So
I was
regal
so
inspiring thickness
confused.
are a way to determine the coordinates, and that's how people found the statue in the desert. I say the desert, it's like in California. But y'all have looked at the statue, correct? I sent the picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So nobody knows what it is. There are a few, and I'll even let y'all know because I have it listed here. There are some game developers who I guess just didn't want to accidentally hype anybody up that have come out saying like, "Oh no, it's not that." So it is not Lords of the Fallen, the next one. It is
Mhm.
not rated to Diablo 4. It is not related to Elder Scrolls. It is not really related to God of War either. Also, jokingly, the Bolatro Twitter tweeted out today, being like, "No, it's not us either." The only thing we have here is Jason Schreier. He's a gaming industry insider. Has said that he knows what it is, and it is very cool. Many people will be excited for it. But again, with how big the game, like if you look at gaming as a genre, that can't apply to everybody. That's the thing. But that statue, I'm curious because the other thing here is that there was a post. The post goes as this: the redacted are silent, redacted bleeds, new redacted stir. Um, yeah, I don't know. And of course, if you put anything that looks any type of gothic out there, some people are going to say Bloodborne. But
No
Justin,
shot.
do
No
you
shot.
for sure? No, for sure. And if it was, I'd honestly be worried. But would you have any theories or any ideas what this
So
could be?
I have two,
Okay.
one of which is like, how am I the only one saying this? And I also haven't looked too many into it, so I might not be the only one like saying it. I just have
Mm,
not seen literally anybody else say it. How is this not just for Soros?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
How is this not just for Soros?
That's fair.
But that's like a little bit too obvious, which
Right.
is going to be hilarious if it
Because of
isn't,
the desert
because like,
part.
well, there was no real mystery here. Everyone like how it's very clearly
The game
Soros.
has already been announced. Yeah, it's
Exactly,
just
and
like what
it's
the
like it
hell.
is the big deal coming out, and whatever. But my hope, and I think the more I look at the picture, the more that hope actually gets dashed based off of some like key features on the monument,
Uh,
is Dead Space. Um,
oh, buddy.
yeah, I know. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. There's too many possibilities, too many vague hints to kind of really pinpoint anything. If I was a betting man, I'd say a safe bet is Soros, but
Yeah.
beyond that,
But I can see both. I will say I see both. I will also say I have a gaming news saved from a day ago for us to potentially talk about on one of our later things that EA has confirmed it has no plans to make any more Dead Space. But that doesn't mean EA has to
yeah,
either. Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't know. And of
that don't
course,
mean shit.
I would love more Dead Space. Because I know we both really like that remake. Ernest, what do you got?
Um, so obviously I don't know either. Nobody came and
Nobody
told
knows.
me
Right.
about it. But I mean, there's always the chance it could just be something new. And this is they're gonna cut to it in the middle of the Game Awards and we get a trailer of some sort, like with having to do with this
I hope
stuff.
they don't
But
save this announcement for the end of the show. Get this shit out of the way, dude.
I mean, if it's something big, if it is,
What could be that big?
let's say it was a Bloodborne type
cock.
level thing, which
That'd
I'm
be
not gonna
crazy.
say.
Right.
But if it's that level of thing, like
Right.
where people have been like hearing about this game forever and we didn't
Uh-huh.
know it was going to come and stuff like this, like, yeah, maybe the end is where you want that, though, right? Like,
Oh, for sure.
if
If
it's
it is
that
actually
huge
that
announcement.
level, for sure. But I guess I just don't have the most faith in that it is going to be.
Yeah, because I don't know. I was thinking maybe Soros too, but
You thinking it's a sequel to Soros already?
right, yeah, because I expect it to be that good just
That's
based
fair.
off of what I
That's
know
fair.
from. Nah, I'm just kidding. But
From Returnal.
yeah, I should play Returnal. Yeah.
You motherfuckers should. God
You
And I
damn.
told
should
me
beat
I
Returnal.
shouldn't because you didn't think it was up my alley. Actually, you
Well,
told me that one
I
time on the
we'll
game
remember
pod.
that.
look,
That's
look, we've
crazy.
grown, we've evolved, we've
I've just never done
relationships
either of those things.
have built.
It was before I had really like gotten into a lot of roguelites though, so I will. It would have been my first one, I think. So I think that that is fair, actually.
Yeah.
So you're good. I still love you.
But so for me, I did see the Soros. Another one I had an idea for, and I just saw some other people talking about it was but it's like not big enough to do this because I don't feel like the franchise warrants this. But Dark Riders, do you remember what I'm talking about? Like the Four Horsemen of the
Oh
Apocalypse.
yeah.
I'm just going off the art style. Um, but then
That'd
I've
be
seen
dumb.
right. But I feel like that's like the cost of like their whole showcases, the Nordic HQ. But the other one I saw, and I honestly was going to just pose this to you, Ernest, because I have not played one of them. Does anything here look like Half Life to you?
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't say so.
Because the
I
rumors
feel
are
like
abound because of the new Steam machine coming out next year.
from what I remember with Half Life, I
Mhm.
would think it would be more sciency than like demonic type
And there's like this,
situation.
and there's like
Like,
this pig. There's this like weird pig
There's a
in the
pig.
fucking statue. Yeah, if you go look at the picture, there's
are
this
you
weird
like
pig.
looking at it right now? Yeah.
No, no, I
I'm
just remember seeing it and
zooming
like
in
that's
right
what
now.
dashed my thoughts of it actually being Soros.
Yeah,
Because there's this
Mm.
weird like RPG stylized pig.
that's so weird. Yeah, I don't know. But regardless, the two main things I didn't think Dead Space beforehand, but I absolutely see that. And there's a whole thing about like the monolith or the monument that's like corrupting people and stuff like that. But we'll see. I
Oh,
would love for it to be something that's cool on the level of Bloodborne. I feel is too high. Honestly, FromSoft is feel is too high. But like if it was anything around that realm, that would be cool. But we'll see. I mean,
Beyond Good and Evil.
do you know anything of that
I don't.
franchise?
No, I
I know
don't.
the pig man.
It's not it's not that
Okay.
gothic.
I didn't think it was.
I just know it's a game that people would be like, "Ooh."
Right. Imagine like the monument opens and it's just something completely different inside. It's an Umamasumi game.
It's a Umamasa,
It's the new
It's a
Umamasumi
new
Gothic
season.
skins. But yeah, no, so we'll see. Obviously, if it's not on the level of something like a Dark Souls or whatnot, which I really don't think it will be, in that regard, I will say please don't save it for the end of the show because let's get it out of the way, you know. But then as we always do every year when we end this out, because the other thing about that's fun about the Game Awards is the announcements. Of course, you'll have your like trailers going on that just are like shovelware that are mobile games and all this stuff. We saw one, I think it was last year, of Jeff being incorporated into a mobile game where he was being hunted.
Yeah.
Fun
Right.
stuff. But there's always something to look forward to in terms of some kind of announcement or not. And we're going to go around here, go over what we would love to see, whether it's your moonshot, your practical answer, mix of both. Justin, what are you hoping to see?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think that there's anything that could be announced that like I would genuinely be like, oh, awesome.
Okay.
I think the gaming scene right now is in a place where anything can be great if the right attention to detail and love is put into it.
Very fair.
And I don't think that any franchises that could have something that's unannounced um, are in that spot or it would be coming. So I really have no idea. I have no expectations. But I mean, sometimes that's the best place to be if you're not
For sure.
expecting anything
For
and
sure.
something comes. Hell, everyone wins.
Then there you go. You got more than the people that were expecting something usually in that scenario. Ernest, what about you?
With Lords of the Fallen saying that the statue wasn't them, I started thinking, I think we're getting a Lords of the Fallen too soon.
So they already
I'm
announced the
pretty sure
sequel.
that's the thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's like, yeah.
seeing a trailer or something for it would be
Right.
it would make sense there. I think that's my most practical one.
Okay.
With a little bit more of a reach, but I wouldn't be mad if Final Fantasy VII Part 3 was shown here.
Especially with
If
what
we
I sent to you
start
earlier.
seeing,
Yeah.
yeah, even if it is just like, because I mean, when it was Part 2, I think all we saw was like Aerith's boots taking a couple steps, and then it like zooms
So
up.
the
And goes,
announcement
it
for
was
the
like a
second one
feather
was
or
that
something.
footage of them being wheeled, there was an explosion and people were being wheeled away from it and everything. It was like a news story.
Right.
And I was like,
So
what does
even
this
if we
mean?
just get like a little, a little something to show like,
Right.
hey, we're here, like we're working on it, I wouldn't be surprised of that either.
Give us what the next
But
R title is going to be, man.
what the next what?
R title? Because the first one's remake, second one's rebirth. You know what?
Oh yeah,
Give me a guess, man. What do you think the next one's going to be?
Reinstitution.
Revelations.
Hey,
Oh,
that
that's
sounds a
actually
little
pretty good.
close. That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
good.
I
That
was just
sounds
talking
good.
shit, but that was
No,
I
that's
like
your legit
that.
answer, and
I
that's
like that.
terrible. Yeah.
I would play Final Fantasy VII Revelations.
Revelations. The
Yeah.
Book of Revelations.
It sounds like it has something to do with angels and that have maybe like one wing,
There
maybe.
you go.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
But and then my little bit further of a shot would be a new God of War.
That's fair.
I think I saw something today about Santa Monica saying that they're going forward with Atreus or Loki or whatever you want to call them. Spoilers for God of War.
Tom
So I feel like if not here, like maybe in the summer or something like that. Maybe we see and again, it wouldn't be like gameplay or something like that, right? They're just gonna tease you first.
For sure.
So I could imagine seeing these three. Probably the most likely would be Lords of the Fallen 2.
For sure.
But are we ever gonna go back and play that game?
So I think it's going to determine. First of all, it's dependent on the person whose save data was deleted.
Yeah, that's
and
just
then how we all feel after that trailer. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
True. Okay.
Right now, do you feel like you'd be? Oh, not to play it right now, but like if, like the thought of it, playing it, how does that sound to you, Justin?
It's been long enough, but man,
It's
as someone who has had their save data wiped multiple
I think it was multiple
times.
times for you even that year. Yeah.
Comedic. I had it happen, I want to say 3 times that year.
oh yeah.
Comedically too many times. It stings, and it
bet.
started this thing with me where now in my own little like game review rating, the second a game that happens for me, it's an automatic 0.
That's fair.
There's nothing that saves
Yeah.
it.
That's fair.
It just goes. But I don't know, maybe if there's, I mean, it's not like there's a drought of anything to play.
For sure. And this is definitely
Yeah.
down the line, but just wasn't sure if
Yes.
you were completely opposed to it or not or anything like that. But obviously we do own it. So my here, every year I'm going to say it. My moonshot is something Bloodborne related. I even Bloodborne PS5. You got to have your moonshots, man. You got to shoot for the stars.
Bloodborne kart racing.
I would take it. I would take it. Even if they gave us the version, because they made that one guy who created it have to rename all of his characters. I would take it. Because he did it in the style of like a PlayStation 1 game, and that shit looks so much fun. My other thing here, because I consider this a moonshot, it's going to eventually show up somewhere, but I want to know what's going on with Kingdom Hearts 4. It's going to show up somewhere. It's not going to not come out, but will I be alive when it happens? I don't know. Next up here, I do have Final Fantasy Remake Part 3, specifically because of what I shared with you today about them talking about how the gameplay experience is pretty much over. I'm ready to see the end of the story, man. I'm really... If there's one gripe I had, well, no, I have two. Because the sequel, Rebirth, has a lot of bloat. Which at the point where you realize there's a lot of bloat, you have the option to just not do it. So there is that. But also, where's my Queen's Blood?
It even tells you how much bloat you have at the top.
Yeah,
At the top of
100%.
the
And
map.
when you
You have
just
little,
every
little
time you get to a
dots.
larger chunk of the map and you just see those 20 undone things, it is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
But that being said, where's my Queen's Blood mobile game? You're insane. If that was the announcement for what that statue is, I'd be excited as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that game
I
is
love
so much
Queen's
fun.
Blood.
It's so good. I will also say on here because it's kind of a moonshot, kind of not. It's more of a moonshot for it to be at the Game Awards, but any Final Fantasy remake. Because we were talking about Final Fantasy VIII the other day. I have started that game and I promptly turned it off because he just doesn't even know the face. Like that's so old. That's so old. And dude, I can get into some retro stuff, but I really have to be in the mood for it. And that just wasn't it at that time. But you remake your stuff. That's kind of how I'm going to be going through Dragon's Quest. So I would love to do that with Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
My
If you think
last
Final Fantasy VII story is crazy, that's
right, as long as there's nothing about an
small.
orphanage in Final Fantasy VIII. Now, my other thing
He's gonna
here,
hate it.
and I guess all of these are kind of moonshots because I really don't think this is going to be here. I think the only thing we're going to get from Capcom for sure, they already announced they're going to show us more Resident Evil. And we might get it. Granted, they announced the direct for Monster Hunter, so we might be waiting to see anything on the next monster there.
Mhm.
But I've been saying it for a long time. I said it before we even got an announcement for the animated adaptation. I just want Devil May Cry back in form of games. Give me a new entry. It doesn't even have to actually be new. Rebuild the first one. If you remake the Devil May Cry franchise like they've been doing with the Resident Evil, I'm here. That's going to be so awesome. And when you eventually, because I imagine they would do what everybody else is doing, where you start with the actual starting game. Because we just got Metal Gear Solid Delta, obviously, to start that one off. If we got a remake of Devil May Cry 3 in the style of Devil May Cry 5, which is like for PS5, it's high def, it's very, very just action heavy and very new, I would lose my shit. I would lose my damn mind. Because I know for sure we're gonna Evanescence, Amy Lee, God bless her. She announced that there might be something Devil May Cry related announced at the Game Awards. I've already seen the leaked trailer for season 2, but I'm very much looking forward to season 2 of the animation. But I would love another game because it's been so long. It's been so long. It's been so long. But that's really it. That's really all I got. That's really what we have here. I now realize, dude, I don't have like really anything realistic down for mine, but we'll see. I mean, Keeley was the one who announced Rebirth, so I mean, part 3 is not far off, you know.
Right.
And again, it's got to be somewhere. But that does wrap us up here, Justin. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out, man. We really appreciate you.
For sure, for sure.
Love
Love you,
you.
baby.
Love you. Ernest, you're forced to be here. I'm sorry. Doug Day. We have not addressed your name this whole time.
Oh, dude, how dare you not address me by my
You
name?
can find
It
him
is
on
Mr.
IMDb.
Day, sir.
Mr. Day.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Doris. But yeah, no, this is always fun. I'm always very excited for Game of the Year, or Game Awards. We're gonna be doing our Game Awards next year. Oh, next week. Sorry. We'll get into that more next week. But yeah, tune into the Game Awards. We're looking forward to what we're gonna get, and let us know what you're hoping is gonna win. And if it's not Expedition 33, do you really think you have a shot? But thank you all for tuning in, hanging out, and have a great rest of your week.